Hello everyone, I'm Hinesh Srivastav and I welcome you to this video on exploratory data analysis on the global terrorism dataset. So we start by importing the necessary libraries and reading the CSV file. After that we print the first 5 records that we have in the dataset. These are the first 5 records. Then the basic information and description about what our dataset is. Then we print the shape of the data, that is, it has around 18,870 rows that are records and 135 columns or attributes. Now I felt the need to add in another column called casualties because the number of kills and number of wounded people in an attack were in two separate columns. So I kind of grouped them into one. And as you can see, the shape before was like 135 columns. And after adding the casualties, we have 136 columns. Following, we have like a basic preliminary analysis about the data set. So we have the country with the highest terrorist attacks, El Salvador, maximum number of people killed in an attack, here with the most attacks, least attacks, and everything. So this basic analysis will help us to cross verify our graphs, which we will be plotting ahead. So I start with static visualization. By static visualizations, I mean the graphs that we get will be like non-interactive, as you can see, like plain graph yet informative. So here we have the top 25 countries which were under threat. El Salvador, you can see, has experienced the highest number of death count. And if we go to our preliminary analysis, yeah, the country with the highest terrorist attacks was in fact El Salvador. So our graph confirms that. So this is a perfect graph. Moving on, we have the forms of attack used, different forms of attack used and attacks used, and the casualties they have caused. So bombing and explosion was in fact the highest um, destructive one. So it caused a lot of deaths. Moving on, we have another static graph which has has the attacks in different years and in different regions. So we have the blue blanket for Australia and Oceania, and the orange one Central America and Caribbean. So this is that graph, terrorist attacks in by region in each year. So these are the years around the x-axis and the number of attacks here, the y-axis. Moving on, we have the interactive visualization. Now this is the interesting part. I have used Plotly for these visualizations. So you can see we have our data here which tells us the extremist group responsible for the attack, the year in which the attack was done, the number of deaths it caused, and also the region is highlighted. Even the wounded data is there. Yeah, so now we see the wounded and the region. So this is a pretty interactive and informative graph we have. So here the colors symbolize the different terrorist groups that we have here, extremist groups. So long list of those. Yeah, so that's it. So if we go to the largest continuous block over here, the blue one, so we have Mujahideen-e-Khalq, year 1978, number of deaths 422. Yeah, that one. So if we go back to our preliminary analysis, we see the number of deaths which was caused in a single attack. Highest number of deaths in a single attack or maximum people killed in an attack was 422. So this in fact confirms our graph. So this is the right one. Also the maximum attacks were in 1982, you can see. So if we go back to the preliminary analysis, yeah, so that's that. Again, we have the number of deaths in an year in different countries. So this has an animation also effect to it. So I bring back the slide here. So it highlights the attacks in different countries over different years. So this is that. So this is again using Plotly, and I have used the Choropleth function. So you can try this out. This is really interesting. Moving on, we have the tree map. This tree map, you can see grouping the attack groups in different regions. So the parent box, the parent this thing box is the region, and within them we have the like at groups that were attacked. So like private citizens, police, military. So larger the group means number of people killed in that particular group were higher. Okay, so you can see that in suppose let's go to Southeast Asia, number of businesses, people involved in businesses were attacked more. Okay, in Central America and Caribbean, so military units were attacked, like casualties were caused maximum in military units. Okay, so this graph doesn't only have the hover data, you can also in fact zoom into different areas. So like you can see these three small boxes over here: Eastern Europe, East Asia, and Australia and Oceania. So these are small boxes, you like have to drag a cursor there to see what's inside. You can zoom into them. Yeah, see, that's how you do it. And so here you say airport, or like airport attacks in the airport caused a higher number of casualties. Now you can go back to your original tree map by just clicking on Eastern Europe. You just click on the parent class and you're back to where you started. So this is that tree map. Again, very interesting. Further ahead, I have another tree map grouping the type of attacks in different regions. So again, we have the regions as our parent class and the type of attack which caused the maximum number of casualties will be a bigger box. So in Central America and Caribbean, armed assault caused the maximum number of casualties. In Western Europe, bombing caused the maximum number of casualties. And again, we have the same zoom in functionality here. Zoom out. Okay. Next up, we have the sunburst chart. Now, this is the same. This sunburst chart has the same information as our previous tree map. The only difference is that I have used sunburst because I just wanted to see how this visualization would look. So again, we have the different regions in the inner circle, as you can see: Southeast Asia, Western Europe, Middle East and North Africa, Central America, and the casualties and the type of attack that were called that that took place in the outer circle. So the area which takes up the most space, so the attack which takes up the most space has caused the maximum number of casualties in that region. So we have blue for Central American Caribbean, and you can see armed assault takes up the major area in blue color. So that caused the maximum number of casualties. All right. So again, yeah, this is much interact. This is also a very nice chart. Yeah, you can also go in and get the details here. This is also an interactive one. So yeah, see, moving on, we have word clouds, public sentiment in different cities regarding the attacks that took place. So you can see police, multiple attacks, New York. So these are the public sentiment. This is the word cloud of the public sentiment. Then we have word cloud of the motive for attacks in different cities. Then we have the word cloud for the popular targets. So you can see military unit. We saw this before somewhere, so it must have come up more widely. So this was my exploratory data analysis on global terrorism. This is what I have done in Python. I have done the same. I have done analysis on the same data set in Power BI as well. I had to